blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry, one artist at a time.
That song be jamming.
Right?
What's up, people? Welcome to the Say Less podcast with Comeiko. I hope you're having a great day so far on this Wednesday that I thought was Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, this week is it got somewhere to be, and I hope it makes it on time. So of course, there's no formality here. We have no stranger here, of course, because this is our Blast Music Media VP, Troy.
Hey, everybody.
Back in the building. And yeah, so last week, what did we do last week? Oh, I had to do an encore. What did I do an encore of?
Was it the first episode?
Yeah, our first episode introducing the Say Less, coming out of the Realtor and Sneakers. That's what it was. So, didn't have any shorts or anything to share because, again, that was an encore. And so I hope, once again, your day is going well. I'm going to go ahead and start this off with the motivational quote of the day, the week, the year, the however long you want to retain it. Okay, so today's topic is based off of that. And today's topic is, do men and women communicate the same language? And we're going to try to keep it short because there's a lot to say about it. We already had a brief conversation yesterday.
Sure did.
So the quote is, when we learn to listen without defending and speak without attacking, we finally start understanding, not just reacting.
One more again.
When we learn to listen without defending and speak without attacking, we finally start understanding, not just reacting. That's deep.
That is deep.
That's deep because it's facts. And until you, it's actually something that you do have to learn if you're not familiar with it. But once you learn it, it's a beautiful feeling. So before we get into it, of course, I'm used to Tuesdays and I'm used to winding down. I'm used to my drink of the night, right? My drink of the evening. Now, it is 12 o'clock.
I was going to say, start it off.
Yeah, it is 12 somewhere. And it's 12 here in Texas, okay? Yeah. But that ain't where I'm at or what I do. So I am drinking a sea moss smoothie from the Sea Moss place down in DeSoto, down the street from me. Okay.
All right.
This is the blue. Oh, hell. I think it's the blue agave, but this is full of blueberries and stuff like that with extra ginger. I love ginger.
Ooh.
It's like when it hit my chest when I took that first sip. And so everything that I'm saying, I'm going to say it with my chest. You know what I'm saying?
Ginger is God's natural NyQuil, boy. That stuff burns all the way down.
All the way down. And I love that burn. And I got extra ginger. So, and not only that, for whatever reason, I did not know that they say that blueberries is an antioxidant. Yeah.
Yes.
Energy, what's it supposed to give?
That part about blueberries, I don't know, but because of the pigmentation, I knew it was like an antioxidant, like the acai berry.
Yeah.
Blackberries, that dark pigmentation.
That's what's in here. But for whatever reason, when I drink it, it's like I get this energy out of nowhere. Like I'm probably about to clean the hell out of this house when we get off of here.
I think the ginger brings energy. I think the ginger is an energy component. Yeah.
I'm about to rearrange this whole house. All right. So we're going to dive right into this, right? So I'm going to start off with some opening questions. You know, of course, I did my research and then we have our thoughts in our own personal experiences, whether it be current, past, whatever. So one of the opening questions that I'm going to ask is, do men and women communicate differently, or is it just how we interpret each other? So I'll read the answer and then I'll let you comment on it, right?
Sure.
So the answer is often about interpretation. Women tend to express emotions and details, while men may focus more on facts or solutions.
Right.
So sometimes it's not what is said, it's how it's heard.
Correct.
You agree?
Yeah, totally. Especially from what I've noticed is ladies are more detail oriented. Whereas we'll see red and you'll be like, no, that was a Chardonnay Rouge or something. You know what I'm saying? You guys are more exactly.
Yeah.
You're more into the details, where men just are matter of factly. So we just keep it short and sweet.
You know, and the crazy part about it is, for me, I kind of sort of I agree, but I disagree.
It truly does depend the individual. It truly does.
Correct. I was going to say that because I'm both, right? I'm logic and I'm emotional.
Okay.
You know, you're right. And I think it has a lot to do with upbringing as well, just your background and, you know, all of that. But for the most part, that is true. Second question, why do so many conversations between men and women end with, that's not what I meant? Answer is because of tone, timing, emotional context play a huge role. Women often look for emotional connection, while men may look for logic or quick resolution, two languages trying to meet in the middle.
Ooh, that's a mouthful right there. The reason why I'm in a toss-up is because I agree with a lot of it. I agree with most of it. And again, individual basis. There are some emotional men, and then there's some non-emotional women, and I've seen that. And it's funny how the opposites attract in that fashion, because there's usually never two emotional people or two unemotional people, you know?
So true.
But like I said, you said a mouthful.
Yeah, that's definitely you know, I can honestly say that tone is definitely one of them. We briefly spoke on that yesterday and or Monday, and it makes a huge difference.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's how you say it. It's how you say it.
Tact can be the bridge to keep even a hostile conversation under wraps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when you learn to, for one, let's that big word that I absolutely love. Anybody that watches my podcast and have been watching know that my favorite word is accountability.
That's a cuss word to some people.
Woo! Say it again. A word from hell. But accountability. When we learn how to take accountability for things that we do, say, our actions, these things right here become easier to do.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. It just really do. And I say that from experience. When I learned to take accountability, I learned to pipe it down. Watch your tone. I feel like when you don't take accountability, you're being defensive, right? You're being very defensive. And when you're being very defensive, and then your tone changes because you're on attack mode, you're trying to defend, and you just don't, right? But when you be a grown-up, because that's what we're supposed to be, and take accountability for your actions, then your tone is an automatic change.
Here's a perspective.
Yeah.
If people took accountability, divorce itself would be a smaller percentage.
Correct.
There'll be less wars.
Correct.
There'll be more relationships, more reconciliation off of that stinking word.
So all facts. All facts. And when you want better, you do better. You know, when you want to salvage a relationship, you do what it takes to do it. And if communications is one of the things, then
Yeah.
it's something that if you ain't got it, you can get it. I'm trying not to get too passionate. And some people be thinking I'll just be too passionate and too much, and I'm aggressive, and I'm just 100 and passionate about what I feel.
We ain't gonna be having you drinking ginger before shows. That's what it is.
Okay, don't do it, because I'm telling you, you can get it. Okay, when it comes to the topic of communication. All right. So we're gonna gear this towards relationship focused questions. So why do women say I'm fine when they're clearly not? And why do men take that at face value?
I can say for myself, if you say it, I'm taking it as fact. There shouldn't be a reason to lie when we're trying to have a relationship. Most men don't want to dig for the truth. They expect you to give it to them. And I understand that's not always the case. And again, circumstantial, depends on the people. But if you're in a relationship for a couple of years, you can tell when that person's not telling you the truth. If you have that kind of relationship, you can tell. And then you got to give them the look and it's like, all right, what's going on? And then that may open up a chapter. But it's not, again, ladies, it's not men are gullible. We don't want to get to the whole, we just want to know what's the problem. Like me, I'm a Mr. Fix It. What's the problem? I got the answer, cut and dry. We don't want a pie chart with you talk to me this many times, that many times, and a laser pointer pointing out these things with a spreadsheet. We don't want that detail. We want, what's the problem? Let me fix it. At least in my case, I'm like that. So
and I can dig it. I can dig it. I can. But the only difference, the only add-on I have to that is that for me, I'm very detailed, and I want to get to the root of it, right? And so, yeah, we can what is it and fix it, but for me, we got to talk about how we even got there. See what I'm saying?
So we don't get there again.
So we don't cross it again.
Gotcha.
See what I'm saying? So I'm a little bit deeper, because what did I do? What did I say? What am I not doing? What am I not saying for us to have gotten here?
Yeah.
What do you expect of me? This is what I expect of you moving forward. Yeah. Let's fix it.
Gotcha.
See what I'm saying?
And I digest that too, because even the lovely one that I'm engaged to, we both had previous relationships that didn't go the way we expected. We didn't get into a relationship to move on from it. But nevertheless, our question has been, remember the time when you was happy when you got with that person? When did it turn sour? Let's try to narrow that down so that we don't cross that bridge again with us. And so far it's been working pretty good because we have a very good communicational lifestyle.
And that is such a blessing that you guys have no idea. And you hit the nail on the head about the past relationships. Especially when they haven't experienced anything real. Okay.
That's another story.
It is. When they haven't experienced a true, real relationship, when they've been in relationships where they played house, and coming just out of traumatic relationships, they bring it into the new one. Yeah. Not having the tools or not knowing how because they're so used to chaos. Makes a huge difference. But I say again, when you truly, like you said, when you truly know your mate, because you should, especially if there's a covenant, you should know your mate. And that's something that should be talked about and set straight from the very beginning.
Agreed.
for me, jumping into relationships, it's like my marriage. When I met my husband, for one, I was like, oh, hell no, you 10 years younger than me? I don't think so, right? But I'm so upfront. This is what I do. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. And I'm always clear.
Yeah.
To the point where come 5, 6, 7, 10 years down the line, you can't say I didn't tell you. Can't say I didn't communicate this with you.
That part.
From the very beginning.
Yeah.
Right. So to answer that, why do women say I'm fine when they're clearly not? And why do men take that at face value? The answer, per statistics, say women may use indirect communication to test emotional awareness, while men are taught to take words literally. It's like emotional versus literal translation.
The sad part to me is it feels like a game, and it really shouldn't be. It shouldn't be us against them. It should be us for us. And to me, that just sows a lot of discord. I don't play that.
Yeah, that is very true with the emotional, because that is games. You're playing emotional tests, just be 100. Like, why play games?
Yeah.
Right. But again, you do just men and women now. It's just not always women.
Right.
You were right in the beginning where you said there's some men that are emotional and
or petty.
Yeah.
Well, again, that's another story. So we leave it alone.
So another relationship focused question is: do men really shut down during serious talks, or is that a myth?
Another circumstantial. Some people like me, we like to get to the root and let's dig that sucker up and let it die. Whereas some, like my lady, it takes time for her to process things. That's the perfect word, process things. It's not that she doesn't want to get to the root. She has to realize, okay, I'm here. How did I get here? What happened? And then and this is the one thing, she does show accountability. And I appreciate that, because I ain't had that in the past relationship. And I'm going to tell you, someone who does not see that they're just as flawed as you are, that's going to make your relationship so tough.
So draining.
Oh, big time.
So draining.
Man.
I mean, because you literally, I guess I'm just waking up the Mr. and Mrs. Perfect, huh?
That part, yeah. I mean, you could never do right by their standards.
No, you can
and
never.
They
do
can
right
never do wrong.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. Wow. Oh, how I know that so well. So, in my experience, throughout life, most men I dealt with shut down. And again, it could be the way they was raised. If you had a mother or a father and they, was taught not to show emotion, or parents fussed and yelled, so it's like, oh, you reminded me of my mama. You're fussing too much, or I've never really experienced a mature relationship when it comes to communication. Right. So when you and it's not to say that they're less of a man at all. Of course not. At all. Zero. It's just that for me, because of that, and then when you get with someone that doesn't share the same level as you, the whole point is to work together.
Always.
To get there.
That's the bottom line.
And it's not about, most men that don't know how to communicate take it as the woman, you think you know everything. That's like, I've heard that from friends, bros, brothers. Oh, you just think you know everything. No.
Yeah. I know that a lot of men who don't move emotionally, I can never say this word right, compartmentalize their
Yep.
emotions.
Yep.
So that's why there's no response, or that's not the response you're looking for. And, you know, I ended up becoming an emotionalist person in time because of my ex. There was always something going on because of health or whatever else. So I got tired of my emotions being drawn out and moved to this, moved to that. It was draining to me. So just being lurch, if you will, from the monster, just no emotion to things, just seemed like the best thing to keep things moving forward.
Yeah.
But this is the whole part about communication. I ask that everyone, take the time to learn who you are investing your life with, because I thank God that I went through what I went through, got two beautiful kids out of it.
Yeah.
But at the same token, there was a lot of things that could have been avoided. Don't be in a rush. I know when you're young, everything is in a rush. In my case, 25 years later, I end up letting go. But God was nice enough to bring someone else special to me, so
And
I'm
you
good.
walked away. You walked away with growth.
Facts.
And I look at people. Who was it? It's not nobody I know personally, but they just divorced after 35 years. And I was like, huh?
Ooh.
It's one of those
Yeah.
things where it's like, I understand. I guess there is times where you grow apart.
Right.
But if you're truly meant, you'll find your way back and try to figure out, unless it takes two.
It definitely takes two.
So if one is not willing, then what does that other one do other than walk?
even the growing apart, if you guys aren't communicating and working together, it's kind of hard to say growing apart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially the relationship I'm in now, where communication is like pivotal to everything else. It's hard for me to see how growing apart can do that. So Miss Myra, hey Miss Myra, she says, I think this happens when men have tried to express themselves in the past and was shut down or made to feel like their feelings didn't matter. We have to be a safe space for our partners. And she is 5 billion times right.
10 billion.
Indeed.
10 billion. And that is so true. And again, that goes back to their background, their bringing, their experiences. You and if you truly, love someone, and if you're truly equally yoked, it requires. I know Miss Myra laughing at me. Okay?
That's what I got for you, but go ahead.
Yeah, it takes patience.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
The other cuss word.
The other cuss word. It takes patience and understanding. And sometimes you have to put yourself on the back burner to understand your partner, or, try to at least give them the benefit of the doubt. But not for too long now. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You have to do that. So the answer to that was, it is not a myth. Right. Some men were raised to process emotions privately. When the convo gets insane or intense, silence is always avoidance. It's often regulation. Again, very familiar with that. It's like you share your feelings because you want to be better, and you want to love harder and stay equally yoked. Yeah. And then your feelings are discarded, or your feelings are considered confrontational, right? I got that a lot because I'm just so kind of aggressive in the things that I say. And it's like, oh, here you go. You want to argue. And it's like, no, I want to talk.
Yeah.
I just want to talk.
I wanted to ask you this question. Being in your new relationship, do you feel you had to deprogram from past relationships in order to make this one work better for you?
That's good. gosh, I don't want to seem like I'm perfect. But I'm gonna have to say,
I'm not saying everything, but in some things that needed fine tuning, or to not think that way because this is a different person. That's what I mean.
I want to say yes. As far as communication, no. I've always been a communicator.
Okay.
As far as tones and approaches,
yeah. Right. You feel you've learned to approach him better? Okay.
Yeah. I never really I don't want this to sound crazy because I respect men. Like, I was really a tomboy. Everybody say that I think like a man. Like all my best friends are guys, and I do. Probably could have been a man. I'm not that typical emotional woman type of person, but so I won't say that I never respected men because I do. But I don't have a good track history of treating man as such, and that stems from daddy's issues.
Okay.
It doesn't stem from men mistreating me at all. I've never been abused, and if anything, I was the abuser. And I admit that. What's that cuss word they don't like? Accountability?
Accountability, yeah.
Well, that's me. But it all stemmed from daddy issues. And I just took it out on men. Right. So yeah, I would honestly say that I had to deprogram and say, okay, it also comes with age. It also comes with maturity and growth. And at some point you just know that, okay, get your sugar honey iced tea together.
No doubt.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna ask this real fast and you can and I'm seeing the Dallas D-Town head.
Yes, indeed. Just repping the city.
Repping it upside down. I don't understand the upside. We'll get into that.
It's just a fashion statement. They did that intentionally.
My son bought me my LA Dodgers hat for my birthday, and it's the LA upside down.
It's just a fashion statement.
Yeah, I love it, but I had to look it up.
Make sure it was nothing funky, right?
Yeah, like don't be dissing my Dodgers. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? No. Okay, so real fast, who tends to hold grudges longer after miscommunication?
True. It's definitely not me. I'm not a grudger. I don't do with grudges. We argue, and I'm normally the one that does cooking because I was a cooker prior to the relationship. So we can have an argument. I'm still going to feed you and serve you because that's what I choose to do. So make your own dang sandwich. That's not me. I can't do that.
And you know what? That takes so much strength. That is a quality that is a blessing. Because let me tell you about the strength that it takes. There's been times I done made a plate and want to throw that sucker clear across the room. But I made the plate anyway. I cooked anyway. You know what I mean? Because but the answer is women often replay scenarios to understand why things went wrong. Men are more likely to move on, but without resolving the emotional layer. So both sides carry something different. That's facts.
Right. That is facts.
So you can introduce the artist when we come back. I don't know if there's many people that's on here right now, but we're going to have a something that everybody can participate in.
Indeed. Well, I am thankful for Miss Myra definitely letting us know that she's here with us. So I have an artist that you've heard before. His name is Elijah Rosario.
Oh yeah.
And this song is called Chemical Reaction. Let's check it out.
All right.
Is it too late to say that I'm sorry? Or have we reached that point of no return? Say what's what's on your mind. I don't wanna turn a blind eye to all the things that we've done to reach this point, into an empty void, facing repercussions from the words of our choices. I'm just trying to find a reason we should stay. Be ashamed to throw it all away. I'm not giving up so easy. I still want you, need you, here with me in the middle of the night when you touch me so gently. If you're trusting, willing to learn me, after all the times I try pushing away, girl, I still see your life here with you, all through the road. But still, I'm still willing to admit my flaws, show you that I'm worth the cause, give you everything you need, prepared to catch you when you fall. You got me pleading on my knees, oh baby, don't leave me. You got me pleading on my knees, oh baby, 'cause I still want you, need you, here with me in the middle of the night when you touch me so gently. If you're trusting, willing to learn me, after all the times I tried pushing away, girl, I still see your life here with you, all through the real, my baby.
Did that say till death do his part?
Sure did.
I like that.
And that's my man Elijah Rosario. And that was called Chemical Reaction. Let me do this one. And if you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet or up and coming comedian looking for some exposure, you can register at blastmusic247.com for free. And Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, you too can register at blastmusic247.com. Register as an unlimited fan and get access to hundreds of independent music. So there's the QR code. Go ahead and scan it, and it'll bring you to blastmusic247.com. We're constantly changing the industry one artist at a time. Shout out to my man Rosario. Yeah. Shout out to Elijah Rosario representing Durham, North Carolina.
Oh, North Kakalaki, where my roots is.
Yes, indeed.
I was yesterday old when I found that out. So, all right. So before we get into the audience polls, the last question is going to be, how can men and women bridge the communication gap?
Well, if that's my 2 cents, it's that A word, accountability. But it also deals with will. Do you want to be accountable?
That's good.
I'm going to tell you, and I was talking with a dear friend of mine, just like how you said, 30 years married and they struggling. And it's like, it's hard. It's heartbreaking because I love them both. And, the struggle is there, but it seems one-sided. He's willing to be accountable. He's willing to do whatever it takes, and it's not being reciprocated. And it's like, that's so frustrating.
Yeah. And that might be because the other person is checked out.
And I didn't tell him to take the steps that I took, but I said, brother, make sure that you do right by it, even if it's not reciprocated, because you will not be found faulty of anything. And that's the same thing that happened with me. I did everything by the book till I moved on. And to this day, there's peace in my heart, as well as those around the person
Yep.
Because they already knew.
Yeah.
So.
And God rest my mother's soul. She always instilled, do what you supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you walk away, you know you did everything you were supposed to do. Right. And you'll be at peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't tit for tat. Don't do any of that. Do what you're supposed to do. Because when you leave, it'll be their loss before it be yours.
That's the whole point.
And I've always followed that.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a little gangster.
Just a little bit.
Gotta go out with a little bang, just a little bit.
I figure it would be harder for someone who's petty to leave on a good note. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Where they let their petty die by the wayside. That is an internal struggle, especially if you yielded to that emotion. Or pettiness ain't an emotion. It's a spirit, if you ask me. But yielding to that sensation or that thought pattern, if you've exercised it that much, it's got some muscle. So it's going to be a hard thing to fight, to bridle your tongue, to turn the cheek, all that other stuff. So,
see, now you done gave me something new to say. I said, don't get that spirit out of here.
That spirit of petty.
The spirit of petty, the petty label. I'm somewhere with that spirit. But that spirit gets within me a lot, But that's why you stay in constant prayer, right?
No doubt.
Not in my marriage. I'm just talking about in general. Because I was once known as the petty queen.
Seriously. And
as Geminis, we the last people you ever wanted because we don't know how to stop. It keep coming forever.
As they say, you may go low, but I go to hell.
All down in there, barbecuing and everything.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I know. And we ain't proud of it. We ain't proud of it at all. All right. So I don't know if anybody is on here listening or looking or wants to participate, but this is like an audience poll, right? So I'm just going to throw a couple of scenarios out there, and you just put a thumbs up if you agree.
Right. Okay.
He says, do what you want. She hears you better. She hears you better not.
I think I agree with that.
You agree?
I think so.
Okay. She says, I'm fine. He hears crisis averted.
Because I take everything face value? Yes.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
He says, you're overthinking again. She hears, you don't care how I feel.
Ooh. Because I'm not a lady, that's hard for me to assume. But do I think that's what it means? To the fact that I'm hesitating, I guess so. Thumbs up.
Yeah. Because now you're disregarding my feelings. Instead of trying to understand me, you think I'm overthinking.
Wow.
And in order for me to think the way that I think and feel the way that I feel, it's all based off of your actions, and I gave you a reaction, right? She says, we need to talk. He hears, I'm about to be on trial.
Can I stick up my big toe to add to that?
Your toes in it and everything.
You talk about the phrase of death. We got to talk. Oh.
Why is it that men get so when we say we need to talk, your heart just jump out your body?
I don't know. That's like when your mama call you by your full middle name and everything. It's one of those things.
Like, oh snap! Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah. So, which one of these are you guilty of saying or misinterpreting the most? I'm fine. Do what you want, or we need to talk.
Probably the I'm fine. That to me that gets more misinterpreted because they're truly not fine. But I'm not gonna, are you sure? Really? I mean, unless I know it was either traumatic enough or something that was big that happened, I'm gonna try to set her aside and be like, "You sure?" Because that's different. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something I didn't think was a big deal, and I can't really gauge it off of her, I'm fine. Then I'm gonna take it face value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, stop. Woo, child. That grand dog of mine is woo. Okay. So, okay. Here's a scenario. Your partner goes quiet during an argument. Female translation, he doesn't care. Male translation, I'm trying not to say something I regret.
Now, I've had that happen before. And this was early in the relationship before we got to know each other. And this is when I learned that with her, when it feels like, because I'm not really the type to cut someone off, but when it gets heated, she just kind of freezes. But it wasn't. Again, everyone, it's unique. It's a unique situation, but I can only go by what I went by. In our case, she felt that if she said any more, it could escalate it. So she just shut down. But that was always a trigger response. That's what, you get into a debate and it seems like it's getting escalated. Her just de-escalating it is just shutting down.
Yeah.
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 So I take that one.
Yeah. And I can see how, if one of the, you or he or she or however he, she in today's world, how somebody's shutting down, you feel like, okay, they just don't care. But there's so many reasons, like some that you just mentioned, that someone would shut down.
Right.
And just become quiet because they don't want it to escalate.
Yeah.
It could also be, I didn't say the same damn thing till I was blue in the face. Why is I'm even still saying it? Right.
Exactly. Right.
So it's just like, I don't have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Because I didn't said it or shared it a million times and you just still don't get it. So it's a many, that's what you get because you shouldn't even be right here. Many are reasons why. So how do you handle conflict? You talk it out right away. You need time to cool off, or it depends on who's right.
Surprisingly enough, I'm never too angry that it can't be discussed. I mean, it would have to be a blatant attack towards my character for me to not want to say something that I would, regret. But like I said, I feel I'm very level-headed when it comes to heated exchanges. But I'm usually ready right then and there to get the icky feeling off of me. So let's hash it out. Because I don't want to come in between you and I want us to eat in peace or whatever we got to do in peace, or not let our day get ruined because of this.
Correct.
So I'm ready to jump on it.
And I agree, and I'm the same way. Let's talk it out right now because you don't want it to fester. Because for one, that's when you let the devil in. Because now all kind of other stuff it ain't even got nothing to do with what happened. Now you letting everything, you know what I mean? And I know for me, like I say again, my history with therapists and psychiatrists over time, that was one of the things about me that when something was on my chest, I had to get it on off and let it go. And so that's just a natural part of me. I don't want to sit and think about it because when I sit and I think about it, man, this imagination of mine. I think of something from our second date that you did wrong.
Oh boy.
I don't need no time to think. I know. We got to right now. Right now, we got to talk about it. So I agree 100% with that.
Is your spouse quick to talk things out, or does he need time?
Heck no. Heck no.
He needs time.
Everything is combative. Everything is a confrontation. Everything is, here we go. Oh my God. It's tough and rough over here at Club 325. You know what I'm saying? Like Who? But again, everybody's different. Everybody has different backgrounds.
Right.
And because I'm a little bit older, that cuss word, patience.
We've been cussing all throughout this show.
The whole show. Okay, so communication, love languages. What's yours? Is it logic? Let's solve it. Emotion? Let's talk it through. Humor? I'll make a joke before I cry. Or mystery? If you know, you know. And we know what yours is. Logic.
Logic.
Let's solve it.
Yeah. Let's dig it up and kill it.
Yeah. I knew it that. And mine's is both 1 and 2. Let's solve it. Logic. Let's solve it. And emotion. Let's talk it through. Because again, you got to get to the root of the problem.
Right.
If you don't do that, you can't truly fix it.
Yeah.
Right? How did we get here? We get here. And the last is, this is the say less scenario of the day. Okay. Let's say you text your partner good morning and they don't reply all day. Are they busy, mad, or just not feeling you anymore?
The first one, busy. Reason why is because we have our understanding of her employment. Director of HR, they ain't got time to be staring at their phone. She will reach out to me when she can, and there is no sweat on there. I'm not thinking anything else derogatory. No. So again, know your peoples. Know what they do.
And I have to say that I have to say the same thing. So that is, what are your first thoughts? They're ignoring me. They're probably just busy. Time to match energy.
Just busy.
And they're that time to match energy. That's that spirit.
That's that petty. That's that petty. The spirit of petty rising up on you.
And I can't really say, I know for a fact with my husband's profession, it is definitely busy. I don't even reach out to my husband at all because of his line of work.
Right.
And I know that he's busy. So if I'm a call or now if I text, just say, hey, give me a call when you get a chance. But I don't. I just wait for his availability because again, don't nobody need him falling off ladders and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trying to answer my text.
We ain't trying to do that.
Not at all. So, but yeah, so, this is a topic that can go on forever. But I'll say my lasting thoughts is learn each other. Learn each other, and find ways to communicate. Ask each other, how would you prefer? What would be your method to communicate? I mean, just a simple sit down and talk. Watch your tone, watch your approach. Talk like you're regularly talking about another topic. And when you practice that, and you practice the cuss word patience, and you practice the other cuss word accountability, you can only win.
Agreed.
You win, and you grow together. Because one may have it and one may not. But that's the point of being together, is teaching each other. Because I don't care how long you've been with someone. I don't care the age difference. Yep. I don't care what it is. You can learn from each other. Never thought, my husband's 10 years younger than me, but you can't imagine how much I've learned from him over the past 8 years I've known him. Right? So at the end of the day, you can learn from each other. And I just say that, figure it out. If you truly want to be with one another and this is your forever person, you got to figure it out. You have any lasting thoughts?
Yeah. Relationships are tough. Marriage is tougher.
I need a drink. I need some more ginger.
You know what I'm saying? It's important that you realize that love is selfless. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're a punching bag or a doormat. It just means that, like with me, I think of my lady every day. Every day we actually send videos to each other in the morning, just saying good morning. And that's our little way of communicating. Find your little niche that you two can do, whether it's texting, video call, messages, whatever, to always keep that little fire going. And then on the weekends is when we get to see each other and then we spend quality time together.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is don't let anything stifle your communication. The three things that will destroy a relationship: sex, money, communication. Gotta communicate if you want to be with that person. So
and communication actually ties into the sex and the money.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, the communication is so detrimental. It's so powerful. It can make a huge, difference. And you just got to work at it, especially when you're dealing with people or someone who is emotionally immature.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother subject. But thanks, VP, for taking the time out to join. I knew that this was a topic that I could not do alone without a male's perspective.
Well, I'm glad. I hope I impart something.
You did. Actually, you did. Because it's good to know, just from a woman to a man, what do you guys think? Or the myths or the sayings out there, is it true? You just so happen to be a golden nugget, if I can say, just from my experience from, past relationships, friends, brothers. That's an emotional maturity of yours that you have, that a lot of men could benefit from big time.
I will tell you, I was not born with it. God had to break out that coarse sandpaper and rub it down until everything's smoothed out. And there's still a lot more areas that need to be rubbed down, but
all of us, we're not perfect. We all got stuff to sand down and paint and everything else. So thank you so much. If you tuned in, Miss Myra, I love you. You tuned into the show. Again, Say Less is every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am open to topic suggestions, guests on the show. You can use my platform for your business, whatever you want to do. We just gonna do it because what's the word? Say less, and we're doing it. So thank you guys for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day and be blessed. Okay, communicate.
That's right. Communicate. Take care, everybody.